see what they are. Well, here we are. We're 2 days removed from when I killed that great big one in Ohio, and this morning we're sitting here with a nice Indiana turkey. Of course, I'm back in Ohio now, but I didn't have the big camera with me, so had to wait till I got back to shoot the YouTube video. But hunting the property I got invited to come on was pretty much close right to the state line, and so it afforded me the opportunity to be able to hunt 2 states. But anyways, went over Indiana closes this week, so I knew about the only other chance I was going to get to have to hunt. But that one I killed Tuesday, I had 1.5 inch spurs. Check this out. Look at that. I mean, he's like he's not quite 1.5 inches, but he's so close. I mean, it's like just about two little centimeter marks under 1.5 inches. So I don't know what that is, but he's really close, and just a big old hooked spur turkey. So that makes 2 big spurred, almost 1.5 inch spurred turkeys that I've killed in 1 week, and that just don't happen. Anybody knows turkeys and has hunted turkeys for any amount of time knows that you just don't do that very often. So, and he is a big, heavy turkey too. Let me tell you something. Look at that beard. I mean, he just got a big old head and big old beard on him, and he's just a beautiful, beautiful spring gobbler, and just worked like a charm. I'm telling you, it was really, I said the one Tuesday was one of the best hunts I've been on all year. Well, honestly, I think this one had it beat, because this turkey gobbled his head off. I'm telling you. And this was really an exciting hunt. This was by far the best gobbler morning I've had all year long. I mean, they gobbled good Tuesday when I killed that one in Ohio, but man, this morning they were just rocking it. And there was 3 Longbeards together and a Jake. There was this one, 2 other Longbeards, and a Jake all in the group, and they just hammered. I'm talking, this thing gobbled, I know, over 200 times from daylight all the way to when I shot him about 8:30. So it was just he was a gobbling fool, and I mean, and all of them. I mean, when he gobbled, the other was gobbling. That little Jake was in there, you know, half gobbling, and just such a fun hunt. I had to crawl on this turkey a couple times though. Where I was hunting at, I showed the Facebook people on my page, but where I was hunting, it was so open. You know, it was some woods in there, but I shot him in the woods, but it was such open woods because it broke off into a big cow pasture, and it was just so open. And he was right up on this little knob with them other turkeys, so I had 8 eyeballs, you know, looking at me pretty much the whole time. And it was really hard to get moved. And finally, there was one little old knoll that they wanted to get on, and they was walking back and forth on that knoll. And so I moved on this turkey like 3 or 4 times, and finally I got close enough to where I could get in the area where he was getting, where I thought I knew they was close. And so right after that, I moved, and there he was on this little old knob up there, and I seen him strutting, and I seen them others, and I looked through the scope, and I seen they were all Longbeards, and then that Jake. But this was the only turkey that was strutting the whole time. He was just out there displaying and strutting, so I knew he was probably the dominant turkey, and just had a gobble on him like you wouldn't believe. And like I said, they just gobbled and gobbled, and everything I throw at them, they would gobble back at me. I mean, I purred to them, they'd gobble. Yelp, they would gobble. Cluck, they would gobble. They gobbled at crows. They gobbled at geese going over. And it was just, I mean, they would just lit the woods up the whole time, and it just made it so fun. Well, they got hung up though on that knoll, on that little knoll up there. They got hung up, and I just had to pretty much, do the crawl on them. And I waited till they got over the knoll. They was walking back and forth on that knoll, and so I'd wait till they walked over the knoll, and then I'd crawl a little bit more and get, I was like 80 yards, and he'd still too far, and then I'd see him pop over, and I'd crawl up to the next tree and sit up, and I did that for almost like 30 minutes, just going from tree to tree trying to crawl. And finally I got up there. I wasn't exactly where I wanted to be. I wanted to be up about 40 more yards where that knoll was, and I knew if they come back, and that's what they were doing, walking back and forth, I knew, and they gobbled the whole time, so it really made it easy to tell where they was at. And so when they got up to that, or when they went over the knoll that last time, I crawled up and I got about 70 yards from that where I'd seen them, come. And it's going to get no closer because here they come back. And he was out there just strutting, and them other gobblers was looking, and that Jake was out there running around. And this turkey was chasing that Jake around. It was funny. I was kind of getting tickled. I was watching him through the scope, and he was chasing that Jake around, and then he'd gobble at geese going over and gobble at crows going over. And so I'd purr to him and cluck to him, and but they just wouldn't come any closer. And so finally, I just shut up for a while. I just quit calling and just shut up. And they come looking for me. He finally broke, and I seen him walking out in front of me, and then I lost him in this little dip, and then I heard him right there about 60 yards in that little dip. And so when I heard him in the dip, I just turned around like this and got pointed and just started purring and clucking. Once he got in that dip, and I knew they'd broke and come in, there was, like I said, there was 3 Longbeards together and that Jake. Well, when they all 3 gobbled right over that little dip, I just started purring and clucking. So anybody tells you purr and cluck is a warning sound, well, this turkey failed because I purred and clucked to him. So again, it's just a myth, and I purred and clucked to him, and he just gobbled back at me. And finally, I seen that first one. His head popped up there about 30 yards. When they popped up, they was almost in line with me, and it's about 30 yards. And I knew he wasn't a big one, though. I knew he wasn't a big one just by the way he was acting. He was a Longbeard. And he come and he walked right on by me, and then the second one came, he walked by me, and I was like, oh, that ain't him. Nope, that ain't him. And finally I seen this old red head come up, and I didn't know if it was him or the Jake, but then I seen him, and when he popped out, I seen his body, and I said, that's him. He just looked totally different than the other two, and just give me about a 30-yard shot, and was able to get a good shot on him and rolled him, and man, look what a turkey. Just a big old turkey. And enjoyed it. It was a morning that you just live for as a turkey hunter. When they gobble like that, they come in, they strut, they display, they get hung up, then you have to crawl, then you have to move, and you have to move 4 or 5 times, and you're crawling trying to but it was just a great hunt. Big old paintbrush beard. But I guess how I killed this turkey was just getting where he wanted to be and getting up in that strut zone. And a lot of times, if you'll and of course there was sometimes, I guess if I could give you any thing that you could use this late season is, a lot of times, of course I've done this in all seasons, whether it's early season, end up season, or middle season, or late season. What I do is, if I can't get to where he wants to be, I won't even call, and I'll just shut up and I'll let him walk off. And that's what I did with these. Just let them walk off and let them go back to wherever they want to go. And then once they're out of sight, and once they're over a little knob or over a hill or back down the holler, man, start crawling and get to where you need to be. And it took me a little bit, but finally got into his area, and finally purred and clucking, got him on in. Look what a spur, and look what a beard, and look what a turkey. I just couldn't be more happy. This has been a great week, and now I'm going to go back in the morning and try for my other Ohio tag, and hopefully that other gobbler is still in there. I know there's about 4 or 5 in there. So hopefully we'll get it done, and it's just been a great week. Week 4 last and last couple of weeks have really been hard, but this week has just proved that late season can be an awesome time to be out there in the turkey woods. And so anyway, hope all of you having success, and I couldn't complain. If I don't kill another one, I couldn't complain about this. And if this was the only one I was going to kill this year after a show he put on, after all of it, what they did, man, it was just one of the best turkey hunts I've had in a long time. I want to thank I just want to thank my fans out there that invite me to come to hunt on your places. You know, it means a lot to me, and sometimes I go, just like today. Sometimes I go to them places and hunt, and I appreciate the fella letting me hunt on his place. He knew I wasn't going to be very far, and he said, "Come on over, we got plenty," and I appreciate it, I really do. And you know who you are, and appreciate it. So, I'm going to get him caped out. I'm going to cape this one out, and because he's 24 pound, he's a beautiful turkey, and hopefully we can get it done again tomorrow. If you haven't joined my channel yet, please take a moment and subscribe to this channel, and I appreciate all of you, and like I said, and if you haven't joined our Facebook, just go to the description and hit that link in the description. Come on over and like and follow me there, and we'll go try to do it again tomorrow, or Saturday, or Sunday. We'll go try, and maybe we can get another Ohio turkey here soon. So, appreciate you. Look at that. Ain't that a beautiful, beautiful turkey? There ain't nothing like it. Yep. Nothing like it.